Broadcasts do not reflect the views and opinions of Radio Global, Who Knew Productions, JSA Media, and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
Do you want to dip size your milk for a quarter more?
Want me to punch size your face for free?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition. Strap in.
Straight Talk with Matt Hasley. Every Monday and Friday, 9 p.m. Central Time. Only on Armed Radio Global.
Sir, the attitude is not going to speed things up any bit at all. I'm going to ask you to speak into the mouthpiece very clearly.
It's Friday night. Time for some Straight Talk. We're running a little late. What I thought I had audio fixed seemed like I don't know. Tell you what, computers are just wacky. I can't even begin to explain what's going on with this. You know, you install something, you know, when you purchase a program and you install the key for it and it says successful. And the next time you go to run it, it says that you're still in the trial period. Install the key for it. And you go to do it, and it gives you an error message. So I even traded tech support messages back and forth with the company, and they said you can have up to 3 installations, which I've only installed it on one, and deleted that one and installed it on a new one, so that'd make 2. And it says that you're exceeded your installations. And I'm like, wait a minute. So they said, okay, well, we deleted your longest one, your oldest one, and now you should be able to install it. So I did. Installed it. Went great. Did my show Monday night. Made sure it was working. Went to run my show tonight. Figured it'd be no problem. But, no, denied. Says, you're still in your trial period. So they got 6 days left of it. I'm like, what the heck? So at least I'll be able to get back on through Monday through my trial period. But I mean, what a nightmare! I've never had any problems like this before. Not like this. We were working on my system for the last over an hour. Friend of mine, he's trying to help me. We're trying to get something done for Night Talk with Joe Rox's show that's on Thursday nights. so we can make it a little less of a headache. And hopefully we'll get that squared away through this weekend. We had a little... having a problem with my system. It's blocking something. So I don't know what it is. Get some aliens in the mix. Whatever. If you haven't ate yet, well, log on to eat24.com. Download that app for your favorite mobile device. Click, order, and eat. It's like it's just like a food truck in your pants. Also, creative-mktg.com for ideas at work. For your next family or business function, you need a logo on something. They have over 700,000 products. It's crazy. I should show some of them next time. Show them on video. I got some little samples, so I should show some of those. But check them out, creative-mktg.com. I can get it done for you. Also, hotsaucevault.com. Check out Louie in Chi-Town. He's at hotsaucevault.com. You like hot sauce like I do? You want to spice up something? They got it. They got everything. They can get it for you. I got stuff that'll probably burn your taste buds beyond belief, but they got stuff that'll just make everything taste great. So check them out. And St. Julian's Macaroons. You know, their Price family's been baking these goodies since the 70s. So check them out. 100% FDA approved, gluten-free, FDA approved, only quality ingredients. They can get them shipped right to your door. Check them out, www.macaroons.com. Tons of stuff going on in the news. Iowa debate. Living in Iowa. The Iowa debate went on yesterday from Fox News. And the big news, which was so funny about it, was that Donald Trump was not going to be there. So Fox was all in a tizzy about him not being there. And what'd they do? Started out the debate and started talking about Donald Trump. Donald Trump makes news whether he's there or not. They are so afraid of him becoming the nominee because if he does become the nominee, he probably will do stuff that people don't normally consider establishment. I was shocked when I heard that Marco Rubio's daughter was worked with Dana Perino, who works at Fox. And then, I mean, it's like everybody, has a little friend or family or get together with the news media. I don't know how you can be in politics and have people in the news media. I like Dana Perino. I think she was a tough. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you like them or dislike them. But the press secretary's job for the president has got to be the hardest job because there's times you got to go out there and you have to lie your ass off. I mean, there's nothing, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You got to lie your ass off, and you got to be good. You need somebody up there that can think on their feet and say something that they're not going to contradict themselves 2 days ago. Remember what they said. Somebody's got to be really sharp. And I tell you what, it's probably a job that somebody does for a few years, and then that's it. I mean, they get so burnt out at it because it's hard to get in front of the media every day because they're like vultures. They're picking at the carcass there. But a lot of stuff, social media is going crazy with this Oregon deal. The Oregon protesters who took over. I mean, some people are calling them terrorists. Some people are calling them protesters. Well, they didn't call the ones in Ferguson terrorists. They didn't call the ones at Baltimore terrorists when they were outraged about stuff that was happened to them. And as far as I know, they didn't kill any of the protesters. Well, one of them died. It was they actually released the overhead camera footage of of the chase. And there's an audio. I don't know if people have got to hear it, but one of the witnesses who was in the car, she testified. Well, I mean, she's not actually testifying live, but she's talking about the situation, what happened in the car, about how they said there was only 3 shots fired, and she says, no, there had to be like 120 shots fired. Well, I mean, everybody can look at that video and see different things. It's pretty grainy, and it's because you're up, so high with the chopper that they're chasing him. I don't know if there's any dash cams that were facing that direction or anything like that, but it appears he got shot from multiple directions. Was he going for a weapon? I don't know. It's hard to tell. I don't know. They said he had a 9mm in the one pocket, but then I hear he had a shoulder holster on. And I'm like going, well, if the media's, or I don't know if it was the FBI or the police or state troopers or whoever shot him, making the statements that he had a weapon in a pocket, or if he had a weapon, a holster, or if he had, on his belt, or if he had a shoulder holster. I'm not sure. So, I mean, I'm sure the information is going to come out more and more as we see about it. But, I mean, it was like, after they shot him, they made no attempt to go to him. And then they started flashbanging and, the remaining occupants in the car. The girl made the statement that she was laying on the floorboard and they were just riddling the car with bullets. I guess there's still some people that are protesting that are at still in the Oregon standoff. Apparently there also is, they're still at the refuge, as you say, but it says that, there's a pregnant lady still in there, and we're wondering if they're going to go in and assault the place. Well, these guys are probably scared to death now, thinking that, hey, they're going to come out and they're going to get shot. And all of them were denied. Well, the ones that were the original, like Ammon Bundy and stuff like that, they were denied bail. So it says prosecutors refused use refuge occupiers' own words against them. And it's said Ammon Bundy and his followers made ample use of social media and videos to summon armed recruits to join their takeover of our wildlife refuge and declare their readiness to stand their ground. Now, federal authorities are using their occupiers' own words against them. So there are 2 criminal complaints unsealed this week against 11 protesters under arrest show the FBI have carefully scrutinized social media postings, interviewed, and online talk shows that were broadcast from Mulhauer National Wildlife Refuge during the standoff. It said Bundy and several others jailed leaders appeared Friday in federal court in Portland, where a judge denied their release. U.S. Magistrate Judge Stacy Beckerman said Bundy and his brother Ryan Bundy and Ryan Payne pose a danger to the community, and she is concerned that they will not follow orders to return to Oregon for criminal proceedings. Beckerman said she would release them only if the standoff ends. Well, Ammon Bundy has already called for people to end the standoff. He didn't want anybody else hurt. So, it amazes me when I see people posting on there that they think it's great that they went in there, or whatever, or caused, and shot somebody up. They love it. I don't know. They try to turn it into a black versus white thing. Well, if it was a black guys, they'd already gone in there and raided the place and shot them all up. Well, I doubt that. I mean, you look at how many people were arrested in Ferguson and how many people were arrested in Baltimore when they protested and looted and burnt down stores, and they didn't arrest a soul. I don't think, I have not seen anyone brought to justice on any of those. I mean, how would you like to have owned a business, and what are your recourse for somebody burning your place down in a riot? Your insurance isn't going to cover it. So you look at that. You know, these people were in a wildlife refuge. It was more or less a building that they used in the summertime for picnics. It wasn't being occupied by anybody at the time. And they didn't burn it down. All they did was stay in the building. So I don't know how they correlate the two together. So I'm in other news. Well, talking about, we started out originally talking about the debate. Well, Fox News held the debate. And originally coming out of the gate, they attacked Donald Trump. They said, very first thing, I listened to them, they announced them all, and they say, Megyn Kelly goes, well, let's do is, let's address the elephant that's not in the room. And I'm like, immediately, or whale, or whatever, I don't know whatever she called him, but she attacked Donald Trump for not being there. Well, Donald Trump didn't show up because he thought that he was being attacked. And he was. Because majority of the time, they're trying to do is knock him down. You look into Fox News and their they make donations to Hillary Clinton. And not just a little bit. It says... let me see if I can find my clip here. I'm nope, wrong one. I'll talk about that one later. There's here we go. Here it says Fox is one of the biggest donors to the Clintons. It said the parent company of Fox has helped to finance the career of Hillary Clinton. In fact, the company has helped a lot. 21st Century Fox News Corporation ranks 9th on the list of the top corporate and union donors to the Clintons over 2 decades. According to a little noticed list compiled by the Wall Street Journal in 2014, the list counts donations from companies, foundations, and employees. The 21st Century Fox also ranks as the 13th biggest contributor to Hillary Clinton during her political career. It says, according to the database maintained by the Center for Responsive Politics, the database credits Rupert Murdoch-owned company as having pitched in some $340,000 to her campaign. That puts Fox just below Lehman Brothers, but 11 spots below second place Goldman Sachs on the pro-Clinton list. It says Goldman Sachs pays Hillary like $300,000 for every time she goes for a speaking engagement. So people are going, she is bought by Goldman Sachs. It says James R. Murdoch is listed as a Clinton Foundation donor to the tune of between $1 million and $5 million. So, so they're attacking, and Fox attacked Donald Trump, and what did they do? They attacked Wounded Warrior Project. Trump wanted him to donate money to the Wounded Warrior Project. Well, Yes, there's been some complaint about Donald Trump's veteran fundraising. It says, let me see. It says Donald Trump, the front-runner candidate in the Republican presidential primary, skipped the debate. He said he put on a fundraiser for Americans military veterans as counter-programming. It says they had highlights. They had Stump for Trump. Girls hit the stage twice. Rick Santorum and Mike Huckabee took the stage with their competitor. John Wayne Walding, a veteran who lost his leg in Afghanistan, tells the crowd, "Thank you," makes all the difference. Anti-war protesters crashed the event but get shouted down by attendees. Trump receives an honorary ring to remember veterans who take their own lives. Trump estimates approximately $6 million raised, much from businessmen he knows personally, nearly $500,000 from online donations. So, while that was all going on, at 11:48 p.m., it said the event marked another strange twist in the wildest presidential race in generations. 11:45 p.m., Chicago Tribune, Trump's absence left a vacuum on the debate stage. They didn't know who to attack. So it looked like they were attacking Cruz. It's at 11:25 p.m., updated donation figure from the Trump website. So over 570,000 raised today. So it says, and then at 11:19, Washington Post, Donald Trump wasn't the GOP presidential debate, but he managed to grab most of the debate night chatter. Everybody talked about him, even though he wasn't there. You're doing everything for him. It's a favor for him. Doesn't matter if he's there or if he's not there. He's still talked about. So it says right here, Reuters put out 11:07 p.m. Trump overshadows Republican debate as he sits out. Nobody gave a crap to Rand Paul when he sat out of the undercard debate. At least not like they did for Trump. So it's Monday night is the caucus night here in Iowa. I'll see if I get out there. Hopefully the weather's good. They sound like it's not supposed to be too bad. Tuesday's supposed to have if the track's right, we could get a kapowed. So they're talking about possibly Tuesday into Wednesday, big storm. But we're trying to keep with all the stuff that's going on with it's going to be nice once we get, because I come home and my phone rings non-stop at home all night because it has all these calls from every candidate in the world, that are running, because there's still 8 or 9 that are running for the Republicans and 3 for the Democrats. So they're all popping into the into Davenport and Bettendorf and trying to get that last little bit in before Monday. So we're supposed to be 48 degrees here tomorrow in January, end of January. We talked about opening the golf course tomorrow, but we can't even get the flags in the cups. There's ice still in them. So, but I did want to talk about, Donald Trump and Megyn Kelly have this. I don't know, hatred. I don't know if you want to call it hatred. Well, Donald Trump felt like he was unfairly attacked. Well, report Megyn Kelly insults Donald Trump off camera and calls him the evil Voldemort. And if you don't know that, it comes from the Harry Potter. It says Fox News told the Daily Mail that Kelly merely referred to Donald Trump as he who shall not be named must, but refused to say if Kelly knew it was a direct reference to Voldemort character. I think she's doing him a favor. I guarantee if I turn on right now, I got Fox News going on the side right here. If I turn on the audio, they're talking about Trump. You can't do him any, you can't get him any more publicity. His numbers just keep going up. Right now they're showing a picture of him, so I know they're talking about him. It's Hannity. And I'm like, he can't do anything but go up. I listen to people talk bad about him. But I've heard stories about, all the other candidates. And the one that gets me is everybody, they can still be for Hillary after all the stuff that's going on. Hillary may very well get indicted. We're going to do is take a quick break, and we're going to talk about her current email. Not ones from before, her current emails that are coming out. So we'll be right back, and we'll talk a little bit about Hillary Clinton.
Hey everyone, this is Monica Ursino. Be sure to check out my music on WARM, Boston's digital dance station. And you can catch me on Night Talk with Joe Rocks Thursdays at 10 p.m. Eastern, exclusively on Armed Radio Global.
Are you hangry? Know the signs. Uncontrollable yelling.
Why aren't you egg rolls?
Hallucination.
Sushi.
Pants discomfort.
I hate you, pants.
Hangry. It can happen to anyone. Fortunately, there's E24, the app that tells hunger to shut up.
Egg rolls. Thanks, Snoop.
E24. In my medical opinion, it's the best way to order food online, baby.
Do you want to...
Mom, can you pack me some cookies for school today?
Finally, as a mother, I want to share about St. Julian's macaroons. I am concerned about my child's health, so I pack for his lunchbox, and after school, I give him St. Julian's macaroons as a healthy alternative to many of the store-bought cookies. There are no preservatives and only 100 calories, and he really likes them. So find them in the freezer section at your local supermarket or order online today at www.macaroons.com.
Hey there, sexy. This is comedian Jenny Lavoie. You can catch me with the rest of the gang every Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern on Night Talk with Joe Rocks, exclusively on Armed Radio Global. Mwah!
Hey, this is your girl, Jane Monique.
And this is Sarah, a.k.a. Chulita Sarita.
And make sure you listen to us on Armed Radio Global. Catch us on Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
This one's explosive.
Route 106 Motors is the home of fine pre-owned vehicles. Experience a no-pressure sale with a family-friendly atmosphere. Route 106 Motors has been practicing the same simple philosophy of low prices for over a decade, and it has brought us great success. Recently, while other dealers are closing their doors, Route 106 Motors is expanding. We are a wholesale dealer, and we own the property and pay cash for all the vehicles. This allows us to sell to the consumer for a lot less than the average dealership. We are a high-volume, small-profit dealer, and we pass the savings on to you. New changes have been made at Route 106 Motors. Stop by and check out our brand new building. Route 106 Motors, located at 569 West Street. Check our website at route106motors.com and be sure to like us on Facebook to find out about all the latest deals and savings opportunities. route106motors.com.
Hey, Joe Rocks, it's Louis Avis, straight from Chi-Town. Call and talk about our website, www.hotsaucevault.com. We got everything you can think of out there, Joe. The hottest hot sauce is not for wimps, mild, medium sauces. We got barbecue sauces, snacks, some of our gift ideas and gag gifts, so you can go out and check us out at www.hotsaucevault.com. Hope to talk to you again on your radio show. Kick-ass show. Had a great time last week. Hope to hear from you soon. Take care, Joe. hotsaucevault.com.
Let's get this thing started.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? You're listening to Sammy V. I mean, I'm not gonna rap or sing or play any sort of music. I'm just here to tell you that you should listen to my new radio show. That's right, my new radio show, live on Armed Radio Global. It's every Tuesday, 10:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So be there and listen to Thoughts for Food, the radio show. Or better known as Candy for Your Ears.
Hey everybody, Mike Allen here. You can hear me live every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on TuneIn Radio. Or you can visit my website at www.ontheairwithmikeallen.com for more showtimes, updates, and replays. So remember, every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, on the air with Mike Allen, right here on Armed Radio Global.
Hey everybody, this is Paul and Jim. Join us on Pod Talk Radio, Thursday nights, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after Night Talk with Joe Rocks,
where we will be discussing subjects one doesn't say in polite society. We're rude and crude and unwavering in our opinions.
So please tune in to Armed Radio Global, home of the big guns. Boom!
I love Jimmy on his promo there. He just sounds so enthusiastic, jacked up. He is just, sounds like he's ready to fall asleep. So we were going to talk about Hillary Clinton's emails right as we came back. Apparently, the United States government, this is coming off the Associated Press here, declares 22 of her latest emails top secret. So the Obama administration confirmed for the first time Friday that Hillary Clinton's home server contained closely guarded government secrets, censoring 22 emails that contained material requiring one of the highest classifications. The revelation comes 3 days before the presidential caucus in Iowa. State Department official also said the agency's diplomatic security and intelligence and research bureaus are investigating if any of the information was classified at the time of the transmission. Give me a break. She says they weren't marked classified when they were sent to me. Well, no, because you had them take the headers off. It's a crafty way of putting it. You know, you look at, it says, the Associated Press learned 7 email chains are being withheld in full, containing top secret information. The 37 pages include messages a key intelligence official recently said concerned special access programs, highly restricted classified material that could point confidential sources or clandestine programs like drone strikes. This is 2 hours ago off the AP. Not 6 months ago. This is 2 hours ago this came out. The documents are being upgraded as a request of the intelligence community because they contain a category of top secret information. State Department spokesman John Kirby told the AP, calling the withholding of documents in full not unusual. That means They won't be published online with others being released, even with blacked out boxes, or they call that redacted. Turn off your monitor, and that's what you're going to see of Hillary's email. That black screen. That's what it is. Department officials wouldn't describe the substance of the emails or say if Clinton sent any herself. The thing about it is if you knowingly send an email from a government server to an unsecured public server, that's a crime. So, they should be looking into who sent and received them. Who is sending all her emails to her? Who is she emailing back and forth with? Somebody should have went, whoa, wait a minute, and stop this. It's like when I worked for the sheriff's department. If you receive any emails that were coming to you that were, on a secure server, like spam or porn related, you were supposed to report them. A friend of mine worked for one of the major companies. He no longer works for him, but he worked for, he was a supervisor for Oscar Mayer. He got suspended for, I don't know if it was a day or 2 days or something like that, because he was receiving emails that they weren't porn related, but they had crude jokes in them. And I don't know if they had any naked photos in them or not, but he never sent them, but he received them and didn't report them. So that anybody that received them, the person who sent them got fired. The person who received them, every one of them got suspended. If you sent them to somebody else, I can't remember what they did, but I know that because he did not report it, he got suspended at least. So, I think that's one of the reasons why the administration is freaking out, because they know that they went back and forth with Hillary Clinton on her emails. So, they traded emails back and forth. They had to have with the administration. So I don't know how they cannot find her. Why are they holding her emails? They're trying to hold them back past because they said it was because of the last snowstorm, which what would that have anything to do with them releasing them? And then they went, now it looks like they're going to hold them back past the caucus in Iowa, if not later, probably to see where she's at. And if she loses Iowa, they're probably going to just dump everything on her. And I see other people getting involved in the either Biden jumping in, or they're talking about Bloomberg jumping in. Somebody. They are so afraid of Trump that they're trying to do everything. They want they're in a panic mode right now. People are so sick and tired of establishment politics. They want somebody in there that won't, just toe the line. They want somebody going to go out there and upset the apple cart. And it's like he said, where Trump make America great again. You look at, I don't usually, talk about and name companies, but the company that makes Oreos and Ritz crackers. I've just ate my last Oreo and ate my last Ritz cracker. And people, why do you do that for? Because they took 1,000 jobs out of Chicago and shipped them to Mexico. When the CEO of their company made $21 million last year, she sent 1,000 jobs to Mexico to make Oreos and Ritz crackers down there to save money. Only way they understand is if you hit them in the pocketbook. I'm not going to buy another Oreo. I'm not going to buy another Ritz cracker. I mean, that many people lost their jobs in Chicago because they were looking at a bottom line. All they cared about was the company. It just drives me nuts. And then they'll get free trade to bring the stuff back in. You know, that'd be like us living, you know, Iowa and Illinois, right on the border. I'm right on the border in Iowa, Illinois. You got the Mississippi River. That'd be like telling them, okay, all your companies over in Illinois, you know, bring it over here. It'll be tax-free. Over in Illinois, you're going to be 7-8% taxes. What are they going to do? They're going to move. They want to make that you know, extra percentage in taxes, you know, to save. So they want to send them down to Mexico. If they can ship them back for nothing, what have you done for them? They don't have to pay the employees. They don't have to pay the insurance. They don't have to pay the, you know, they don't have to fight with the unions. I think it's wrong. We're chasing our companies out of the United States. And then people go, you know, like Bernie Sanders says, well, we're going to get that money back from those greedy companies that, you know, blah, blah, blah. You're going to drive them all out. You know, they're going to make their profit. You know, it's, I always say, socialism is great until you run out of other people's money. But, I mean, if you drive these companies out of town, what jobs are you going to have for people to work? They're going to be leaving the United States to go back to Mexico to work. You know, I guess that's maybe how you solve the immigration problem. Get all the businesses to leave, and then they can ship it into here. So, yeah, I will not buy another Oreo or Ritz cracker again. It's like I won't buy Maytag. I won't buy a Maytag washer. And the reason why I won't buy a Maytag washer is because they used to be, you know, in Burlington, and they left. They went to Mexico. They were going to move. We have a company here locally. They make stones, Isabel Bloom. And the company announced that they were going to do is start shipping in, getting the stones, the sculpture stones made in China or whatever it is. People quit buying them. They finally went back and said, no, we're not going to. We're going to get them locally or make them locally, blah, 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 whatever. And, I mean, they scared people away from wanting to buy from them because that's what that was so neat about them, is they were locally made. You know, they almost killed their business because of announcing that they were going to bring in from China. And you look at the golf manufacturers, almost every one of them, the drivers and stuff like that, are made in China. Can't compete with them because they make it too cheap. The problem with that is China will they have one door, like they're making TaylorMade, Callaway, Ping, you know, Wilson, Mizuno, all these drivers for all these companies, and they go out one door this way, copy, out the other door this way. It's identical, but then they sell it on the black market for cheaper. I mean, it's not necessarily the same driver, but it's crazy. You know, I've talked to people that, you know, have gone over there. A friend of mine, he lives in Europe. He told me he, you know, been over to China to see the factories, and they're shipping them out both doors. I'm like, it's just so, you know, it's frustrating to have to deal with that. We don't lead in that technology anymore. Ping for the longest time was, you know, they stayed home. They made it locally. And then finally they just couldn't handle it. They couldn't keep up with everybody. But I mean, that's what made Ping so elite to me. They made it here. They had the PGA show that went on. I think today was the last day of it. Normally I go down, miss that traveling with my my dad and my brother. That was always a fun time. So if a new driver, the technology, there's a ton of technology in them. They show them. They cut them in half, and these drivers, and show you what the inside and everything looks like. And I agree. They're great, but I think that I'd love to see stuff being made locally. It's nice to see that Alcoa aluminum is in every new Ford truck. They make the body. It's amazing. The body is made out of aluminum, but it's a different. It's not like aluminum foil where it's a harder gauge aluminum. So I mean, that's just really cool that it's made here. That's longevity for that company. That's going to help them keep that company here. With every time you buy a Ford truck, and that it's going to be the body and everything is going to be made in the U.S. I know a lot of people that work at Alcoa. A good friend of mine, he works there, and I mean I know a ton of people that work there because it's a big company. So I don't ever want to see them leaving to go to Mexico. That would just devastate this area. And big companies like that, when they leave, they devastate a community. And the problem is when the company starts just thinking about dollars. And they don't care about the people that work for them. That's when it becomes a problem. It's a shame to see that, and it happens quite often. Other news. And I don't know. We ought to do a ticker, and do a little bet here on what day they'll think Hillary will get indicted. I heard somebody talking today in one talk show. It was actually on Rush, where a guy called in and he said he thought that President Obama would pardon her. Well, the thing about it, even if he does pardon her, I don't know how she can still run for office. Because if she's charged with it, that would just piss me off if I was General Petraeus, to watch her get pardoned, and he loses, $100,000, and he gets, parole or probation for so long or whatever. Yeah, that'd really piss me off if I was Petraeus, because he had one document, and apparently, we don't know how many. Currently, right now, just in this last batch, is 22. So, who knows? It could go way, way, way beyond that. So, let's see here. We got, what else do we got here? Oh, that's another report. This is another report. And this one came off. This is off of Breitbart, talking about her email. As some of Hillary's emails, private server reportedly so highly classified that they'll never be released to the State Department, not even in redacted form. So she's got a world of crap coming at her. So the State Department is set to release about 1,000 Clinton emails Friday evening, but will miss the deadline for another 7,000 or so remaining emails. Last week, the State Department asked a judge for a month-long extension to finish the job. The agency blamed the delay on oversight, which meant about 7,000 emails were not sent to outside agencies for consultation when they should have been. Heck no. I want to send them because they want to do is hold off as long as they can. They're stalling for try to get her past the caucus. So, and I'm gonna move these out of here so I can. Let's see here, so makes it easier to see what I got left here. All right, so let's see. We oh, that's still about. My God. One of Hillary's managers, and this is, let's see here. I'm waiting for it to come up. It says, this is coming off the American Mirror, and this is Kyle Olson. It says, Mook spooked. It said, Hillary manager predicts Trump will win presidency if nominated. It says, this is off of Robbie Mook. Democrats aren't laughing about Donald Trump anymore. He has them all admitting defeat. In a stunning admission, Hillary Clinton's campaign manager predicts in an email that Donald Trump will become president if he wins the Republican nomination. It says, if Donald Trump takes the Republican nomination, our party will lose more than the presidency, Robbie Mook writes to supporters. Years of progress will be ripped away. Obamacare will be repealed. Marriage equality will be rolled back. Get excited to visit the wall on Mexico border. And get ready to pay for it if President Trump can't magically get Mexico to cough up the cash for it. While Mook stokes fear over apparently inevitably Trump presidency, he's also panicking over a surging Bernie Sanders. Last night, Bernie Sanders' campaign announced they'd raised $1.4 million from 50,000 donations in a single day. The day before, they announced Reddit community they contributed more than $1 million to his campaign. There's no denying this. His supporters are stepping up. They see a chance to win in Iowa, and they're willing to go all in for this guy. Says, we can't let Bernie Sanders supporters outmatch us, Mook concludes. It's not just about the nomination, it's about what comes next. It's just the latest email in which the campaign is hyperventilating about short funds and rival candidates. So, it's a survey from NBC News, Wall Street Journal. No, it's a survey, not Siri. It says a survey from NBC News / Wall Street Journal. Marist shows Clinton with 48% and Sanders at 45%. Within the poll's relatively large margin of error of 4.7%. So, that's almost a dead heat there. So it'll be interesting Tuesday because I think I don't know how. I think they're supposed to be able to have it up pretty quick. To have the results fairly fast. I don't know how long you have to do is takes you to caucus. I'm going to try to swing over and at least stop in, cast my caucus vote, and be on about my way Monday night before I come on for my show at 9. It starts, I think, at 5:30 is the time you can get in. But, speaking of how scared they are, this is coming from the Huffington Post. Huffington Post policy. Trump must be called liar, racist, sexist bully in every post. So it says, going forward, every piece about Republican frontrunner Donald Trump published at the left-wing Huffington Post will now include a note attacking the billionaire businessman as a serial liar, rampant xenophobe, racist, misogynist birther, and a bully who has repeatedly pledged to ban all Muslims, which is not true. He didn't plan to ban all Muslims. All he did was said we need to stop the Syrian migration plan until they are properly vetted. So they need to do is get their facts straight. Quit lying to the people. You know, it's amazing when you got a news or it's supposed to be a news organization that doesn't tell the truth because they're so bent on it to be their way that they'll flat lie. There was a video put out of that was breaking down all these. People were Trump bashing. It was a video, and how they actually went clip by clip of the comments and the accusations that were made against Donald Trump, and they played the clips of Donald Trump, and they were completely wrong. They called him racist. Well, being a Muslim is not a race. Muslims would fall under the same race as myself. It might be it has something to do with their religion, but it has nothing to do with their race. So it amazes me that nobody calls them out on it. Nobody says anything about it. Well, I mean, I take that back. This one guy did in a video, but none of the mainstream media calls them out on it because they're all in bed with it. None of them. Fox doesn't want him. CNN doesn't want him. MSNBC doesn't want him. You know, MSNBC comes out and calls, Rachel Maddow makes up all the mistake or makes up all this crap about him. What kills me about Rachel Maddow is she's going to do the next Democratic debate. Oh my God! Put the softballs on a tee there and let him hit them. It's going to be T-ball for him. If they elect Hillary or Bernie Sanders, you got another 4 to 8 more years of what we got now. I heard one of the Republican candidates say, and I can't remember who. It might have been Marco Rubio. And he said he doesn't want to change America. He wants to stop all the. He wants to do his. Get it to where we go back to our constitutional values. He said that our current president right now is trying to change us to be like the rest of the world. Well, I don't want to be like the rest of the world. I want to be like America. You look at what's going on in Europe. I mean, Europe is just, it's crazy what's going on over there. And people think that that's not going to happen here. There's a story out that came out